Good morning, and welcome to the Crafty Canary for In the Word on Wednesday. This month, we are going to be looking at verses and passages that teach us about prayer. Our first passage is one that is a pretty famous prayer passage, Philippians 4, 6, and 7. It reads, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." That's Philippians 4, 6, and 7. In his Thru the Bible commentary, Vernon McGee says that his translation of this verse is, "Worry about nothing, pray about everything." What a great attitude for us all to have. But it's definitely easier said than done. To help us put into practice, let's back up and get some context for these verses. I had never really paid attention to the verses before Philippians 4, 6, and 7 in light of them before, but as I was studying on this passage, several commentaries referred back to verses 4 and 5 in helping us to carry out verses 6 and 7. Starting at verse 4, it reads, "Rejoice in the Lord always." Again, I will say rejoice. "Let your gentle spirit be known to all men. The Lord is near. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." If we are obeying verses 4 and 5, to have joy and to be gentle in spirit and to keep ourselves ever aware of Christ's return, remember it said the Lord is near, then we will struggle much less with anxiety. If we are offering everything up to God in prayer, praying about everything like McGee says, and thanking God in advance for whatever He chooses to do with the outcome of these prayers, we will have peace. Now, this peace is beyond our comprehension, the peace that passeth all understanding, as the King James Version says. It doesn't make any human sense how we can have peace when our circumstances are horrible. But I have experienced it, and I've known people who have had that kind of peace in far worse circumstances than I've ever even dreamed of encountering. And verse 7 says, that peace will guard our hearts and minds. This is a military term, and it gives us the idea of a battle in the heart and mind. This peace will protect our hearts and minds from further worry, from sin, and will keep our emotions and thoughts focused on God. So, my prayer for you and for me this week is that you will worry about nothing, but pray about everything. May the joy of the Lord, the gentleness that comes from His Spirit, and the fact that He will return encourage and inspire you to take everything to the Lord in prayer, so that God's incomprehensible peace will guard your heart and your mind. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.